They have been inseparable for years. Just talk about how long you've known Greg and how amazing it is that you guys are still friends and are going for the NFL at the same time now.
I've known Greg ever since elementary school. We've grown up together. We have a lot of funny stories together. But it's good to be able to go so far with a guy, and you go a lot of places that you don't know people. But I've always had Greg Childs with me.
It's real rare. I've been knowing Jay since the third grade. And we done went to elementary school, middle school, high school. They came to college, and now we playing in the same All-Star game. I've been with him my whole life. We've been grinding our whole life. So, there's nobody that really knows us better than ourselves. I know him real good. He know me real well. It's just a great honor, because not too many guys can say that they done did the things me and Jay done.
Greg Childs and Jarius Wright go way, way back. But in the beginning, their relationship got off to a rocky start.
I'm in the fourth grade when Greg Childs first started going to elementary school in Warren, Arkansas. I used to have a group of guys, and we used to chase Greg every day because he was a new guy, and we didn't really like him that much.
He was at Warren first, and I was coming there. I was a new kid on the block. Didn't nobody know me. Didn't nobody like me.
From chasing each other, now these former college, former high school, former elementary school teammates are now chasing their NFL dreams. That's where these two players with similar pasts have such different presence. First, you have the predicament of Greg Childs, who was motoring along his junior season until he suffered a knee injury. If that didn't happen, things would be a whole lot different today.
I would have left early if I didn't get hurt, but it was unfortunate that I did get hurt, so I had to come back another year.
How are you feeling now?
I feel great. I feel 110% right now.
While Childs gives NFL scouts the prototypical wide receiver at 6'3" and 217 pounds, his buddy Jarius Wright's measurables bring question marks. At 5'10" and 180, he must prove in the coming weeks and months he has, the right stuff. The numbers Jarius could point to are the record books, where he left Fayetteville as the best receiver in school history, putting up such numbers against SEC defenses.
Just got to basically go out and prove that, my size, me being so small is not a factor. I've heard some things about, him getting off the gym may not be as good, but, I've played in the SEC for 4 years, 4-year starter.
Next fall here in the stands, it should be a different sight watching Greg Childs and Jarius Wright play, as they likely will be playing for two different football teams for the first time in their careers. But for now, they'll rely on Old Faithful. How about each other? Yeah, as they gear up for the stressful pre-draft process, one receiver will look to the other.
Oh man, hard work. That's really the only thing we know. We done work hard all our lives. A hard worker. We compete. We are straight competitors. That's all we do is compete. We don't like to lose.
How great would it be if you guys ended up on the same team together after all you've been through together?
It would be hilarious, but it would also be good knowing that you got a friend on your side, in a new place.
Yeah, it's good to have a support system as draft day approaches, especially the kind of support that has been with you your whole football life. Mike Neighbors for CST Tonight.